Hi, I'm Mr. Johnson. I'm a 6th grade teacher here at Salem. The whole 6th grade team and I would like to welcome you back to another exciting year here at Salem. We've been working with our one-to-one technology program for a few years now and have a lot of tips and tricks we'd like to share with you. Here are just a few of the more important details that you'll need to get started using our Chromebooks this year. Take it away, Mr. Zach.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. As Mr. Johnson mentioned, I'm Mr. Zacharias, and I would just like to address one of the questions we get from parents is, why did Salem School decide to use the Chromebook device? Well, one of the major reasons we chose it is because of how quick it is to get right to work with it. The Chromebook has a very fast boot up time. Within about 8 seconds, a student can lift the screen, and just like that, if it's logged in, be up and ready to go. The second reason why we really like the Chromebook is because it integrates well with the Google domain, and students use Google Drive on a daily basis. And the Chromebook itself, once the student is logged in to the Chromebook, they're automatically logged in to their Google Drive account. And one final thing that makes it very valuable to us here at school is the way we can maintain those devices. The devices are controlled very easily on the management end of things. Our technology department can set them up in a reasonable manner and also manage them in a reasonable amount of time.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Rickers. I also teach 6th grade. Students may decide, along with parents, if you would like to take your Chromebook home every day, or they may be stored at school overnight. Either way, we ask the students to charge their computer so that they're ready to go by the next morning. So if students are taking their Chromebooks home, please decide on a safe place where that can be charged and plugged in every night, a place where the students will see it and bring it back to school the next morning as well. And if students leave the Chromebooks at school, there's a place for them to charge in the back of each classroom. We want to remind you that there is a filter that the Chromebooks go through, even at home, but parent supervision is really the best thing to keep students safe on the internet and everything that they do on the Chromebooks. Also, just one more thing, students do not need the Chromebook device itself to do homework on the Google Drive. Anything that they have on Google Drive can be accessed through any device that has the internet. So if students do not bring the Chromebook home, they still can work on assignments if you have internet at your house.
Hi, I'm Ms. Thompson in 6th grade, and I just want to spend a few minutes telling you how to take care of your Chromebook. One thing that you want to do is be sure when you are opening your Chromebook that you use gentle pressure and don't grab it, so lifting the screen up very carefully like that. You also want to make sure that you do not have any food or water while you are using your Chromebooks, or put those things off to the side. You want to be careful if you're washing it that you use only a damp rag with a little bit of water. Don't put any soap or any other type of cleaners on it. And when you go from class to class, make sure it goes inside a case and you carry it by the handle. When you put it in your backpack, be careful when you sit down in the bus or in a car. Think always that it might be behind you there. Also the same when you take it home, you don't want to drop it off carelessly. The Salem school personnel will do all repairs. Again, be sure to let us know if anything is wrong with your Chromebook right away. Don't wait.
Your student will be using their Chromebook at school as a tool for learning and showing what knowledge that they have learned in the classroom. Please know that we're not going to use that Chromebook every single day in every single class for the whole class period. There may be a day that they maybe only open it once or twice, and there may be a day that they use it in almost every class. What's happening with the paper and pencil and all that traditional stuff in the classroom? Well, we still have that, and if a student's Chromebook is unavailable to use, there's always an alternate assignment that students can do to complete the same information that students would be learning about on the Chromebook. So please remember that we have all that stuff still in the classroom. It's not just vanishing.
Hello, I'm Mr. Zacharias, back here again now to speak on another common question that parents have related to the Chromebooks, and that is, what happens if our child's Chromebook happens to be damaged? Well, just as with the student-issued textbook, parents and their students and their families are responsible for damage beyond the normal wear and tear. So if the device were to get dropped and the screen cracks, for example, the student would be responsible for that repair. Because of that, it's highly recommended that as parents you take a look at insuring the device itself. The device may be covered under your homeowner's policy or renter's policy. Sometimes insurance companies will add a little rider to the policy, allowing you to cover things like that in case of accidental dropping, or in case of water damage or something of that nature, in case the dog eats it like our traditional homework, that type of thing. If homeowner's insurance does not cover it, we might recommend that you go take a look at a policy from Worth Avenue Group. We do have information listed on our school website. It should show up on the screen here. If we go to the school website and after this website type 121, it will direct you to the page that tells a little bit about the policy available from Worth Avenue Group.
All right, one last thing that we'd like to kind of wrap up with is, what do we need from you as parents? Well, over the next couple days, your child's going to be receiving a handbook, the official handbook with all the information about the Chromebooks. What I'm going to ask of you and your child is to read through that handbook really well. There are a lot of things in there that maybe we didn't cover in our video here. We ask of you to sign, I believe it's the last 2 pages of the handbook, and return those to school as soon as you possibly can, and then we can get those Chromebooks right into your hands. Another thing we're going to ask of your parents is, when your child is at home and they do have that Chromebook, just make sure you really supervise, make sure that they're working on it as a tool for learning, not a gaming device or whatever, just like Mrs. Rickers had mentioned earlier. If you have questions throughout the year at any point, please do not hesitate to contact any one of us. We'd be looking forward to a great school year here. We'll answer any questions that you have. Hopefully here's to a fantastic school year, and happy computing.